The Martian is known for being a scientific movie, but most people do not realize how many blatant physics fails it actually contains. The movie starts out with Mark Watney and his crew deciding whether or not to stay on Mars or evacuate when a powerful dust storm approaches the facility and ship. The problem is that the storm is so powerful that it would knock over their ship and leave them stranded on the planet. The crew decides to abort the mission and evacuate in the process. Mark Watney is hit by some debris and presumed dead by the crew, which then escapes the plane. This is where the movie story begins, and Watney's struggles ensue.
Right. Let's do the math.
The Martian does not start off strongly in the physics department. Mars's atmosphere is 0.6% as dense as the atmosphere here on Earth. That means that for every 100 particles in the air on Earth, there's usually only one on Mars. This fact makes any dust storm on Mars incapable of having destructive abilities. Theoretically, 105 mile/hour winds on Earth would feel like 1 mile/hour winds on Mars. The force of 8,600 newtons claimed by the movie would have certainly never existed on Mars. Humans have also placed various small rovers on Mars, and they are known to encounter dust storms frequently, and they sometimes even cover the entire planet. According to NASA, these rovers have never received any real damage. The map from the Martian would have not been tipped over, and even if the crew had decided to go outside during the storm, they would have been able to walk through the winds easily, and the only consequence would have been a layer of dust on their suits.
Another discontinuity that the movie exhibits is how all of the astronauts walk on the surface of Mars as if they were unaffected by the drastic difference in gravitational forces between Mars and Earth. This is the most basic physics error in the entire movie, but nobody seems to realize it. To put it in perspective, the acceleration due to gravity on Earth is 9.81 meters per second, while the acceleration due to gravity on the Moon is 1.62 meters per second. However, the acceleration of gravity on Mars is 3.71 meters per second, which means that it's closer to the gravity on the Moon than the gravity on Earth. For dramatic purposes, Watney and his comrades walked as if they were on Earth, but in reality their walks would resemble that of astronauts on the Moon. Though it was for the benefit of moviegoers who would rather not watch astronauts hop around on a desolate planet for 2 hours, it was a major strike to the scientific accuracy, otherwise a fairly plausible movie.
Mark, report.
On my way, Commander.
All in all, the movie was entertaining and got the complex scientific concepts correct. Even the tarp launch that allowed Watney to escape the planet was one of the most accurate parts of the movie. However, it cut out the principles of basic physics in order for the movie not to be ridiculous and have a logical plot. For example, if the dust storm that set the entire story in motion never happened, the entire premise of the movie would have to be rewritten.